sharing this idea with people, and it's been the best thing that I've ever done. So I'm going to hand it over to the beautiful Kylie. We all call her Kick-Ass Kylie. And she is an absolute entrepreneur. She is the happy holiday girl. If you check her out on Facebook, she has just been on incredible holidays. She's incredible photos. She is a mum of 2 beautiful children, Zach and Alana, who she also travels with. They are traveling full-time and absolutely living the dream that we would all love, which is fun for freedom and fulfillment. And she is an exact, we just idolize her, and we are all working towards having the life that she has. She has an incredible husband, Paul. She's got an amazing business background. Like, she is a coach like no other. Her coaching is just incredible, and we are very, very, very lucky to have her on this call. So over to you, Kylie.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so, so much. And what a beautiful intro. And for those of you who don't know Lee, Lee is an absolute rock star. She is also an amazing mum. And, you know, in her career, she's a very senior role. She's the operations manager for the online farmers store in New Zealand. And for her, she wanted to be able to have more time with her son, to take him to football and to be able to travel the world with him. So I just feel so super blessed to have been able to share this with you and to partner you in this amazing journey, Lee. So thank you for such an awesome intro. And thank you to everybody for jumping online super, super, super early. They say the early bird gets the worm. In our case, the early bird gets to go on amazing holidays and live an incredible life. So I'm super honored to be able to be on here this morning with you to share this concept that's totally changed my life. And what you're about to see is actually completely innovating the travel industry. Now, I'm just going to get rid of a few of these cameras there, just so that you can all hopefully see my screen. There we go. So just like Skype did to long distance, you know, we don't pay a fortune for long distance calls anymore. We can jump online and do video conferencing for free. I used to own and manage video stores back in the day. They don't even exist now, because for $12 a month, people subscribe to Netflix. Uber has completely changed the taxi industry, and now we're completely reinventing the travel industry, which is really exciting. So if what you see, if you're thinking, oh my gosh, it sounds too good to be true, then it was designed that way. And this is just going to completely blow your mind. But do you know what? This is the biggest, the best thing in the industry when it comes to travel. But it's not for everybody. So as we go through this, check it out. If you love it, absolutely great. If not, hey, that's totally great too. Thanks for checking it out. So I want to share a little bit about what I've done in the last 2 years. And I'm not sharing this to brag. I'm sharing this because I want you to be able to look at this and go, I could have that too. Now, I don't know why you're here on this call this morning, but what I know is that everything happens for a reason. Maybe you hate your job and you want to fire your boss. Maybe you know, wanting to have more time with your children. Maybe you haven't had a holiday and you're so damn stressed, you just want to be able to have 1 or 2 holidays a year. Or maybe like me, you're in the same space. When I saw this, we just lost everything. We were flat broke. In fact, we were $800,000 in debt. We were about to lose our house. We had our cars repossessed, and we didn't know how we were going to put food on the table. So when my friend invited me to have a look at this, I'm thinking, holidays? Are you freaking serious? Like, I don't even know how we're going to put a roof over our head. But of course, I didn't share that because I was too proud. She didn't know the situation that I was in. And I thank her from the bottom of my heart. I am so grateful that she had the courage to reach out and invite me to see this, because as you can now see what I'm going to show you, we've gone from emotionally broken, completely financially broke, to now having the most incredibly blessed life. And we've just had our 3-year anniversary. We didn't do a trip for our first year. because we couldn't afford to. We weren't in the space that we could do anything. But then in our second year, we had 12 holidays. That was one a month. And now we are traveling full time and I'm world schooling my kids. So whoops, here we go. So we went ziplining in Mexico, climbed the top of the Q1 on the Gold Coast. My top bucket list of all times was swimming with dolphins in Mexico. That was amazing. Got to have an amazing beach party with so many cool people and hang out with my baby there in Mexico. For my daughter's 9th birthday, she wanted to swim with turtles and cuddle koalas. And that memory right there alone, if all we had that, I would say it was totally worth it. There we are, cuddling a koala. Hubby and I got to share our story on stage in front of 2,500 people, which was a real honor and a privilege. And I love that I can inspire others and give back. Got to check off the famous Las Vegas sign, got to walk on water. That was an incredible dream trip at Current Cove Island Resort. That was actually our very first dream trip. And that was just absolutely amazing. We'd been to that resort 5 times before, but when you go on a dream trip, it's a completely different experience. And I've got some absolute rock stars that are going to share their experience of dream trips in a little bit. We went jet boating, got to play with sea lions, went snorkeling at the Marianas Islands and got to see Hidden Beach. We caught a tiger by the tail in Thailand. The people that you meet in this community, this is a VIP invite-only travel club. So if you're a guest on the line, congratulations, you've made the cut, because we only invite really cool, fun, happy, positive people that we want to hang out with. But it's also where I've met some of the most incredible, beautiful people who have now become some of my best friends. And this lady I met thanks to this community, lovely Leanne. We've now been to Mexico together, Bali together, and, you know, just so many amazing trips. And I'm so grateful that I now get to meet so many other cool, happy, positive people. And so many amazing experiences. We got to tour in a pink Hummer around Sydney with some really rock star people. Got to explore Auckland by trike, which was amazing. Now Tony's trike tours in Auckland is part of our community. So when you go on a trike tour, you can actually earn 30% back towards your next holiday. And I'll share a bit more about that in a moment. Parasailing, got to see the famous dancing fountains at the Bellagio, even wrote a book. That had been something that I'd wanted to do forever, and now I have the time freedom. This allows you to work on other creative projects when you don't have to worry about time and money. I got to be a full-time mum. In my previous life, my husband and I used to own gyms. I was the head coach at the National College of Business, and we had a gym franchise with 13 gyms. So you could say life was just a tad busy and a tad stressful. And it was this beautiful girl, my daughter Alana. One day she just said to me, "Mummy, all you ever do is work. We never get to see you. When are we going to have fun? When are we going to go on holidays?" And that was like a knife through my heart. I knew I needed to make a change because he was my 6-year-old crying out for my attention. And she was 100% bang on. She had it right. She was teaching me. So we made a decision to change, and then we got invited to see what I'm about to share with you. So I then got to be the fun mum. I used to drop my kids to school, walk home with them every afternoon, and this is a walk home one afternoon from school. Got to volunteer in the classes and be the fun mum, which was amazing. Got to see my daughter go to every basketball game. She got to play in the state championships. That would never have happened. I would have missed all of that in my previous life because I was just too busy just trying to survive. Whereas now I get to experience these magical moments before that window of time runs out. Got to stay at the Venetian in Vegas. Oh my gosh, this place is amazing. You can ride a gondola ride through reception. It is amazing. Got to give back in Mexico. We went and served on a volunteer. This was Entre Amigos, a learning center that provides education for underprivileged children. So to be able to go and give back, and as a group, what we achieved there in a day, that was more than they could have done in 3 months because of the manpower that our volunteers brought as part of our community. And that was able to educate children, 80 children for the next 3 months, providing them with food, care and education. So to be part of something where you can give back and make a difference to children who are our future, I mean, that stuff, you know, going to remain with me as a memory forever. This is a really cool photo because this is the last day that I dropped my kids off to school. So we are now traveling full-time and world schooling. From there, we took off and had 8 weeks in New Zealand, giving my kids incredible experiences, not things. And you can see there up at the pointy end of the plane, thank you, Air New Zealand. And this was when we launched the concept that you're about to see in Auckland with over 500 people at the launch. This was just last year. So this is huge, but it's still brand new. So you are seeing this at the absolute perfect time. I'm a personal development junkie, and part of this program is you get to meet some really cool, amazing people. And I got to hang out with the very famous, super cool Mr. Alan Pease, which was a real honor. This is me giving my beautiful Alana world school lessons on the fly, teaching her the cash flow quadrant. I wish someone had taught that to me when I was 9 years old, showing her there that 5% of people control 95% of the wealth. See, the really cool thing is when you teach your children, you get to teach them what you want them to learn, which is really powerful. And this is me hanging out with my best friend, my husband, my soulmate, my beautiful husband, Courtie, and having one of our date days. And this is us hanging out in Melbourne. And since then, we've had 8 weeks on Hamilton Island. We're now down in beautiful Port Macquarie. We are living full-time and traveling full-time. And if I can create that in just 2 years, guess what? You can too. So let me ask you a couple of questions. Out of everyone that you know, how many do you think would love to be on a holiday right now? It's everyone, right? And why do you think people don't take more holidays? Well, typically it comes down to time and money. So if there was a way where people could save money on their holidays, do you think if you might want to know how? Like, yeah, absolutely. And what if there was a way you could travel for no money out of pocket and earn your holidays? Do you think if you might want to know how? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. But this was the thing that got me excited because of where we were at. If there was a way people could make money whilst on holidays, do you think if you would want to know how? And for me, get paid to travel, like where do I sign up? I was in at this point. So as we go through, I want you to ask yourself these two very simple questions. Number one, does this sound like something that I would be interested in? And number two, would I feel comfortable sharing this with others? If the answer is yes, great. If the answer is no, great. Is that fair enough? Well, I'm trusting that the answer is yes. So let's whip through this and get started. So this concept was created to help you check off your bucket list items regardless of your budget. So we provide stress-free holidays on your current budget. Now, the really cool thing is, the old way of booking used to be so stressful. Where do you stay? What time of the year should you go? What should you do when you get there? Airport transfers, and there's like all this stuff that you have to research. What I love is that everything is done for you. This is very VIP, proven for over 11 years. We're in 34 different countries and growing, giving you and your family unique experiences you couldn't put together yourself. Fully curated, great prices, and exceptional service. Now, you may not have ever heard of us, but we are the best in the world, and we have the awards to prove it. The World Travel Awards are like the Oscars of the travel industry. And as you can see there, we've won a very impressive lineup of awards. We've won them year after year after year. We are the world's leading travel club. We are the world's leading online travel agency. The only reason you don't know about it is because we actually don't do any marketing, because when you advertise something, anyone could come into the club. So we're very selective and very protective over who we invite to see this. And that's why we are a VIP invite only word of mouth travel club. So it's very exclusive. So if you've been invited today, you must be a really cool person. So dream trips, what are they? Well, dream trips, like the name implies, are dream holidays. They're not cheap trips. They're not crap trips. These are 4- and 5-star VIP experiences. I like to call it the luxury, the champagne travel on a beer budget. And we have thousands of trips to choose from, as you're going to see in a moment. So many different trips. The company handles everything, all the reservations and planning for you, and one membership covers the whole household. So if you choose to join, then you can bring any adult guest or your partner or significant other and or dependent children as well. So over 1 million members have enrolled worldwide today. And in fact, we're actually pushing 2 million now. So this is growing fast. The word is getting out. And what's really cool about the number of people in our community is its buying power. It's giving you that leveraged buying power. So just imagine if you went and purchased a bottle of water at the local survey when you fill up your car with petrol. So if you paid retail for this bottle of water, you're probably going to pay $4 or $4.50 for one bottle. Yet if you go purchase that exact same bottle in a 24 pack at Aldi, it's going to come down to like less than 20 cents a bottle. And we've simply applied the exact same principles to travel to ensure you as a member get the absolute best value. So to show you how great this is, I'm going to do a little price comparison. And I'd love you in a moment to jump in the chat box. I want you to have a guess as to what you think this trip might go for through our concept, booking the new way. So this is the old way. We've costed it out for you. So staying at La Parca Meridian, which is an incredible place to stay. You've got a Manhattan Statue of Liberty lunch cruise, Chicago on Broadway, or whatever's playing at the time. The difference though, you don't line up out in the snow with everyone else. You're going to get VIP escorted in, front row seats, like the best of the best treatment, transferred from wherever you're staying. Daily buffet breakfast, like that can add up, right? $40 per person per day. Met tickets and $100 of hotel credits. And maybe you'd like to have some drinks at the bar, a special dinner and massage. It's totally up to you. So that trip is based on 2 adults. Now, the price is in US dollars, so just factor that in. So $2,877 was the best price we could find for that whole experience. So who wants to have a guess? It's a bit like The Price is Right. What do you think our price would be for that trip? Who wants to have a guess? It's either too early, people need their coffee, or everyone's too scared to say. I'll give you a clue. It's less than $2,000. Nope, no one wants to play with me today. Thank you, Lee. Lee says 1,000. Awesome. Now they're coming through. Fernando says 1,200. Steve says 1,750. Okay, great guesses, guys. Well, we can do better than all of those. That trip, ready? $538. Now that's not for one person. That is for 2 people. That's not per night. That's for that whole trip, for that whole experience. How amazing is that? Now, at this point, I should just say, are you ready to get started? Because that's what we do. It's amazing, right? Now, with all of our trips, you can extend them out. You can book additional nights. You can add additional travel. You can add kids. It's very flexible, but that's just giving you an example of a type of trip that we offer. So we have trips all over the world, short trips, long trips. We also have dream breaks, which are just like weekends away, which we have locally as well. We're going to have State of Origin and Bledisloe Cup trips coming up shortly as well. So I'm just going to whip through a couple of quick trips now as an example. Now you can kind of see how we put them together. I stayed at the Venetian. The best online price that I could get was $380 a night. Look at the price of this trip. That includes a helicopter tour that's more than the price of the trip. Now, not only is that price amazing, so if you're a new member, you actually get to go for a lower price if you book it within your first 90 days. But if you've been around a bit longer, like myself, that price, $399 per person, is amazing value. Then I can apply up to 100 points off the price of that trip. So 1 point is $1. It's part of our rewards program. So I can take another $100 off, bringing that down to $299. Amazing, right? Paris, France, an expensive place to travel, but through our club, it makes it affordable. Not only are you saving money, but you're getting a more wow VIP experience with more inclusions that you probably couldn't normally afford to do anyway. African safari, Tafaria Castle and Country Lodge, like just Google that. It is amazing, all inclusive, $99 as a brand new member, incredible value. Who loves cruises? My mum is a retired teacher. She's now a PC, a professional cruiser. I can see Lee putting up her hand there. And at these prices, it's cheaper to be on a cruise than it is to stay at home. Look at that, $4.98 for 2 people, 6 days, 5 nights, all of your meals, all of your entertainment. It's like being on a floating buffet for 6 days. Take off another 100 points from our rewards program, bringing that down to $3.98 for 2 people. Like, amazing, right? Savota, Greece. This is a 5-diamond resort. Incredible value. That's probably a $10,000 trip right there. This trip we did, oh my gosh, we checked off more bucket list items in this trip than we had in a lifetime. We went ziplining, we swam with dolphins. But the VIP treatment, you know, this is the rooftop bar. And on the first night, I said to the waiter, what do you recommend, you know, for tapas? What's the best thing that, you know, everyone loves? And he went, well, madame, you're at an all-inclusive. You could just have one of everything. Like, what? And all-inclusive means all-inclusive, everything. You try every cocktail on the menu, then create your own. And yes, we did get messy with margaritas on the rooftop bar there. We had lots of fun. But even just going down to the pool, you're greeted by your own personal pool concierge who details your sunglasses, moves the umbrella when the sun moves, brings you cold towels, sprays you with antioxidant spray, brings you whatever lotions, potions, magazines you want, endless food, drinks. It is amazing. Like, this just doesn't compare to anything else on the planet. And I shared the photo of Alana before. This was her 9th birthday. But the Hamilton Island resort we stayed at was the Reef View Hotel, which is a freaking expensive place to stay. It's normally $460 a night just to stay there. For a family of 4, for us to go on the Great Barrier Reef, that would have been $1,000 alone just for that 1-day trip. Half-day trip to Whitehaven Beach would have been about $500. They were all free inclusions. Breakfast with the koalas was included. That was normally $36 per person per day. See, when you start to look at all of these extra inclusions, they all add up, but they really make it a really wow experience. And our kids, to add those onto that trip, were $195, and that was ridiculous value. That was less than just the price of going to the Great Barrier Reef for the day if we had to pay for that. And, you know, Hamilton Island is an expensive place to visit, but when you go as part of Dream Trips, you're getting that VIP luxury treatment at an affordable price, which is amazing. And of course, Disney's on every bucket list. And, you know, we had a friend who her childhood dream was to go to Disney World, and her parents used to say, we'll take you when we win the lotto. So she'd been taunted her whole life as a child. She's just been able to take her and her family on this trip. Her husband, her 2 kids, they saved 42% on retail value. That was over a $2,000 saving, which then allowed them to go extend their holiday to Canada and visit family they'd never met before. So this concept is helping you and your family check off bucket list items all over the world and making those memories that are going to stay in their hearts forever and ever. So the next part of our trips is our foundation. And with these particular dream trips, oh my gosh, with a heart to serve, our foundation is all about creating positive change for children all around the world. And I shared my Mexico experience. But what we do is we combine one of those amazing dream trips, then we add on a service project where you can volunteer and give back, and we put them together. So now you've got the world's best holiday that you can't put together yourself, and you get to go make a difference. Like for me, when I heard about those, I just thought, wow, that is absolutely amazing. And one of our trips that we're about to that we do is called Building Bottle Schools. And we have one of our leaders on the Sunshine Coast, Mr. Mike Cameron. He's actually leading one of these trips in November. So you get to go visit the Mayan ruins, have an incredible holiday, and you're building a bottle school to give these kids an education and a future. And they have a waste problem. So what they do is they stuff all of those bottles filled with all the rubbish so it becomes compact like an echo brick. Then they render over it, and we've built over 120 schools. And that just makes me so proud to be part of a company that's constantly looking for ways to add value to people's lives and to be able to give back. Now, at this point, I'm just going to pause for a moment. I've got a couple of absolute rock stars, beautiful friends of mine who've been on dream trips, and I would love for them to be able to share with you what their experience of dream trips has been like. So I'm just going to stop sharing for just a moment. So if I can ask for beautiful Danielle Saunders and her amazing man, Dano. These guys, they travel full time. They are living a laptop lifestyle. They are beautiful people, but they are just so much fun living life. So I'm going to hand over to them to be able to share what is the difference between a normal holiday or travel and a dream trip, and just to share some of the trips that they've had since they've been part of this community.
Absolutely. Thank you, Kylie, and good morning, everybody. My name is Danielle, so welcome. Now, we've been on quite a few dream trips and holidays as well since we've been members of this amazing platform. And as Kylie mentioned, it's all about the wow factor. Anyone can go on a holiday, but when you go on a dream trip, it's a completely different kettle of fish. So basically, you're treated like a rock star. It's very VIP. It's very organised. When you get to the airport, you're picked up from most of the time a limo rather than just the shuttle bus. When you get to your hotel room, the hotel, you have your own private check-in area to check in. So most of the time you're already checked in as well. So you've got your own private host. He or she will be there to welcome you, and then you just welcome into this amazing environment of amazing people and fellow travellers. Since we've been members in the last 8 months alone, we've been to New Zealand, Japan, Hawaii, Bali twice. Where else have we been, honey? Norfolk Island, Melbourne, Sydney, a couple of times, just all around the place. It's just been absolutely amazing, and we just love what we've got here.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Love traveling with the family. Before this, we couldn't have afforded, we got, 4 kids between us. And to take them on an amazing holiday, we just couldn't have afforded it. So to be able to travel as much as we do, we're very blessed to be part of this club. But I tell you now, I wasn't the guy that wanted to sit on the computer all night to organise the trips. This is done for you. We just go through the Dream Trips app on our phone, click on the trip that we want. We rock up to the airport with our passport and away we go. So we've been on some amazing trips, but we've got some already planned for this year as well. And we're very, very blessed to be part of World Ventures. So thank you very much, World Ventures.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing. It's such an honor to have both of you on the call. And these guys are a product of our product. Every time I see their Facebook profile, it's just filled with all these incredible pictures, but it's pictures with them having fun. It's pictures of them with their children. And for me, that's what this is all about. It's making memories. It's living life and living life now. I think we get so caught up in being so busy. And as my daughter shared, Mum, all you ever do is work. When are we going to have the fun, Mum? When are we going to have some holidays together? So I'm going to ask another person to share now. So this is an incredible guy from the Gold Coast who loves golf. So have we got any other golfers online? So Neil is an absolute rock star. He saw this and he actually was made redundant. And so he was looking for a plan B. And so Neil wanted to be able to work out a way that he could travel, play golf, and get paid. Who thinks that would be cool? So Neil has been on 2 incredible dream trips. So Neil, if I can get you to just give us a quick share from your experience of what you found dream trips to be like, that would be amazing. Oops, and I think I've lost him. Hang on, he might have dropped out. After I gave him such a beautiful intro. Oh no, he's dropped out. Okay, that's totally cool. We'll have to leave that story for next week. So what I will do is I'm going to get Lee to share. Now, Lee hasn't been on a dream trip yet. However, Lee has traveled extensively and she's just booked her first 2 dream trips. So Lee, just in like 30 seconds, can you give us a quick share on what that process was like as a brand new member to book a dream trip compared to when you did your last trip to Europe?
Hey everyone. Sorry, Neil is an awesome guy. So I would have loved to hear his story, but hey. So as Kylie said, I've booked 2 dream trips. Now, I was the same like Kylie. I didn't travel for the first year. So when I took my son to the UK 3 years ago, I had to plan everything. You know, you've got to plan your flights, you've got to plan where you're staying, what you're doing, where you're getting picked up from, you know how it is. I've also traveled to a lot of other places, Rarotonga, Fiji, Australia, and other various places too. And I don't know about you guys, but have you ever booked a room and you turn up and you're like, wow, okay, that's not what I thought I was coming to. It's in a really tiny space. Your bed is literally next to the wall, and was not exactly what you wanted. So that was one thing that I saw with Dream Trips as well. So this year, literally, my struggle was choosing which ones am I going on. That has been the struggle. It's still the struggle. My son wants to go to Paris. My son wants to go to Holland. My partner wants to go to Denmark and Norway and all of these things. And that's the beauty about it. We've got so many places that we can choose from. So we've booked in for Croatia in July. That's our first stop. So what did we do? We pressed book it on the app and paid for it. Voila. And then we're doing the Vikings trip in Oslo in Norway. Again, pressed book it, paid for it. Voila. And we don't have to worry about anything else. I mean, this is absolutely the deal. I would just be so stressed out and we'll probably not even end up doing it. So, you know, for all those busy people out there, and you know that you can trust that this company has actually thought about everything, put it all together specially, and I'm just so excited, and we just can't wait. So 4 months to go, but no one's counting, right?
Oh, yay. Thank you so much for sharing, Lee. And, you know, I just love that this concept is helping so many people check off bucket list items all around the world and making memories with their family. So if this is all true, you know, you've heard from me, you've seen some trips, you've heard from people who've been on trips and booked trips. Oops, I've just got some background noise there. I'm just going to mute everybody out. Would you abandon the old way? I mean, if all this did was allow you and your family to have an extra 1 or 2 holidays a year, would it be worth it? And of course the answer to that is yes. Out of everyone you know, do you think they would prefer to get the new way price, getting that wholesale price versus paying retail? It's a no-brainer, right? Well, in addition to our incredible Dream Trips, which are our flagship product, you also get access to the world's #1 booking engine. So you can book flights, hotels, car hire, cruises, holiday rentals, and activities just like on any other booking platform. But why we're the best in the world is we give our members net rates. You pay the wholesale price. There's no added markups, margins, or commissions, and it's just so easy. We also have this incredible technology called Rate Shrinker. So you know how prices fluctuate, right? So on flights and hotels, once you've booked up until the time you leave, if the price goes down, guess what? This magic thing happens in our back office. It automatically rebooks you at the lower price and refunds the difference straight back onto your credit card. Now, it's not going to happen on a $69 refundable flight, a non-refundable flight from Brisbane to Sydney, but it does happen. And the record that Rate Shrinker has saved someone was a lady who had a massive booking for 6 people, first class flights all around the world, and she had a refund of $16,000. Imagine that. That is why our booking platform is the best in the world. But wait, it gets better. We have an incredible rewards program, and I'm about to share a little bit more about that in a moment. So we all have a smartphone. We'd never go back now, right? So with our phone, we have the most incredible app. You can download it now. It's called Dream Trips. Now, as soon as you activate your membership, you'll be able to access that app and see all these incredible trips. You'll be able to get paid to dine out, and I'm going to show you that in a second. And you can connect with our incredible community. So who loves to dine out? Who loves to get their hair done? Who loves to have massages and do really fun, cool experiences? Well, with us, when you do that through our community with our partnered restaurants, our partnered hair salons, day spas, and entertainment venues, you get to earn credit towards your next holiday. So here in Port Macquarie, we've just launched Pasta Place, which is at Flynn's Beach. It's this beautiful little pasta pizza restaurant. Now, any of our members who go there and dine out, they get 30% back every visit that they can then credit towards a holiday. And that comes back to as those points. And 1 point equals $1. And you saw me taking the points off the price of a holiday. I went and got my hair done. An amazing hair salon up on the Gold Coast at Varsity Lakes, part of our community. I got 40% back that I can now use towards my next holiday. That trike tour that we did in Auckland, 30% back towards our next holiday. So what we're doing is we're helping our family and friends earn their next holiday, because we know that money is the number one thing holding people back. So already we're giving you an incredible community where you get the absolute best price. Then on top of that, we're helping you earn more holiday credit just by doing things you were going to do anyway. Going to grab a coffee? Awesome. Go to one of our partnered vendors and get 30% back or 50% back towards your next holiday. Pretty cool, right? So you can now eat your way to your next holiday. We also have an incredible concierge service, which is very VIP, like having your own personal assistant right there in your pocket. And this is exciting. This is our smart card. It's actually a computer. It just looks like a credit card. So this is the future of payments and travel. You can load all of your cards onto that one card. You turn it on to use it and that little green light flashes, and people get excited when you turn that card on. They're like, what is that? And that is what we're going to be using to be able to track all of those points. So you pay with your card and then you get credit towards your next holiday. That's just a really brief chat about that. We could have an hour talk just on this incredible piece of technology, but if you're wanting more info on that, we have a separate little video that we can show you to give you all the ins and outs. So let me just wrap up our community. So we're all about helping you and your family check off bucket list items and earn your next holiday. 1 point equals $1. So to earn points or earn holiday credit, the first way is to join the club. Everything you pay goes straight into our Dream Trips cloud that you can then use towards holidays. So imagine if you joined the gym, then the gym says, okay, everything you pay, we're going to actually give back to you that you can now use to spend at the gym on personal training, on supplements, on gym merchandise, gear, whatever you want. That's what we do. Then you can earn up to 50% of the bill when you dine out, have a massage, get your hair done, go play paintball or whatever it is that you want to do. And this part is about to launch. It's coming super soon. If you're a platinum member with our club, every time you book a flight, you will earn 100 points. That's equivalent to $100 US. So who has a Flybuys card? Like, that sucks, right? You pay $20,000 to get a measly $20 back. It's not even worth pulling out your card. So now with us, you book a flight. We've already given you wholesale net rates. Then you get 100 points back that you can use towards future travel. And you can apply your frequent flyer card to get your points. And if you pay for your credit card, pay with your Amex. There's no additional credit card fees with us, and you can earn more points. So it's like you could use points and earn points and earn points and earn points. It's absolutely mind-blowing. And then how do you use the points? It's one thing to earn them, but what do we get? A toaster? No, we get more holidays, more experiences. You can use those points towards those amazing dream trips. You can use points towards hotels, cruises, resorts. We're about to launch our online merchandise platform where you can even purchase wine with your points. Kylie's going, yay. And we've got an online shopping mall that's about to launch that you can use those points on as well. So even if you don't like holidays, if you drink wine or you shop online, we've got you covered, which is amazing. So all of that points is tracked with that incredible, cool little piece of technology. And if you choose to, like us, you can become a representative, and then you can actually earn commissions when someone joins the club. You can earn commissions when someone dines out. You can earn commissions when someone gets a fly card. So it's absolutely massive. So to wrap up on the membership, there's 2 levels. You can join as a gold or a platinum. Gold covers everything that we've talked about. Great membership, great entry level, and it's just $220 to join and $60 a month. Like, it's amazing. So when you join, you pay your first, your joining fee in your first month, so $280. That gets you into our community, gets you on all of those incredible dream trips, such amazing value for what you get. And remember, everything you pay comes straight back to you in points. So it's just like a little holiday savings plan for you and your family to get on that next holiday. So if you're just looking to do one holiday a year, then that would be perfect for you. If, like me, you're more of a VIP or you want to do 2 or more trips a year, I highly recommend the Platinum membership. We get all the benefits of Gold, but we get a whole heap of additional Platinum perks. So, for example, when I went on that Hamilton Island trip, because we were Platinum members, we got an extra $200 of room credit that we could use towards anything we wanted. When we arrived, we got chocolates, we got a big bottle of champagne, bottle of Moe, the kids got presents. It was really, really cool. So it's just that extra level of VIP. Now, our club's always looking to grow and improve, and the slide says you can apply 20% more points. Well, now as a Platinum, we can apply 50% more points. So what that means is we get more inclusions and we pay less. We get treated more VIP, but we pay less. Now, my dad is a Scot. We've got short pockets. We love a bargain. So for me, that was just a no-brainer. So as a Gold, if you could apply 200 points off the price of a trip, so take $200 off, as a Platinum, we can apply $300, which is amazing. So still incredible value to get started, just $330 and $110 a month. Most people pay more than that for their phone plans, and this is going to give you amazing memories that will last forever. So $440 to get you started as a Platinum member. Now, the other cool thing is there are no lock-in contracts. This is not a timeshare membership. It's not going to cost you, $100,000 and you're locked in for life. This is a month-to-month subscription. You can cancel at any time, which gives you the power. Our concept has to deliver, or you would just cancel your membership. There's a reason why we have a 90% retention rate, and it's because we're doing things right. You also have a 14-day money-back guarantee. So don't trust a word I say. Join, check it out. If it's not for you, just call, cancel your membership. Within 14 days, they'll refund everything straight back to your credit card, which is amazing. Now, if you're looking at that and thinking, that's amazing, I know so many of my family and friends that would love this, and that was me. Well, we're actually going to help you refer 4 friends, because guess what? We reward people who share our club. So if you refer just 4 friends that join the club, we're going to waive those monthly membership fees and still give you the points. So my husband and I did that in 1 month and 3 days. We joined 8 of our family and friends who love to save on holidays. That gave us 2 free Platinum memberships. So that's $2,400 US of holiday credit that we have every single year that allows us to go on holidays. So it's super simple to share this concept with others. And let me ask you, could you do what the person who invited you to jump on today is doing right now? What are they doing? They're doing nothing, because I'm doing the presentation, and we will do the same for you. We will share this for you. All you got to do is say, hey, do you like holidays? Great. Jump online at 8 o'clock. And we have another presentation tomorrow night with one of our amazing leaders who's my inspiration, who's traveling full-time. He's on over 100 trips. He's saved almost $100,000 in travel in the last 5 years. So he will be sharing this tomorrow night if you would like to invite someone that you would like to introduce to this club. So we're all about helping you and your family check off bucket list items and get your own little blue sign. So guys, thank you for jumping on today. That is the product. But I'd love you to stay with me just for another 5 or 10 minutes. And my question to you is, what makes this year different? Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. Now, when I saw this, as amazing as that concept is, we had no money. We were in a massive amount of debt. We were financially up the wall, and we didn't know how we were going to make ends meet. So it's this next part that totally changed our life, but it's not for everybody. So what are your goals? What are you aiming towards? Because if you aim at nothing, you're guaranteed to hit it. I wanted to be debt-free. I wanted to travel and check off my bucket list and have fun. And I wanted to be a mum. I wanted to connect with my kids. So if you think about what are your options, you can play lotto, not great odds, get a second job exchanging time for money, then you're going to be working harder and more stressed and have less time, or find risky extra income. But what if you could have a product that practically sells itself? You could start a business for less than the cost of a nice dinner, where you get to have fun, make new friends, and go on holidays. And that is exactly what we do. You are seeing this at the right time. Travel is it's the largest industry in the world. Such a low overhead to check this out as a business to see if it would work for you. We are the number one in the world in travel. We are the second fastest direct sales company on the planet, because we're not going to sell you a pill, a potion, a lotion, some soap and some hope at an inflated price. You want to go to Paris, we're going to still send you to Paris on the airline that you want to fly with, but we're going to give you the best price. We're going to help you save money and get there sooner. So this is a product that everybody wants, and we're helping them save. So no one else is doing anything like this. So we have no competition. So a great way to create a plan B, and you get to be your own boss. So there's no fixed schedule. You can do this from home, by the beach, by the pool, with the kids. It's completely up to you. So if you like the idea of becoming an entrepreneur, or in our case, a travelpreneur, to be able to share this concept with others and get paid to share this concept with others, to become a representative with us is just $122 in Australia. That's your first month, and $12 a month. I don't know of a business on the planet that you can get started for such a low investment. Our gyms that we used to run were $500,000 to set up and $35,000 a month. People were mortgaging their homes. It was ridiculous. Now, for such a small amount, really, platinum, rep, and your first training, under $1,000 to start what potentially has the opportunity to pay you $1 million plus a year. To me, it was just absolutely amazing. So could you see yourself saying to someone, do you like holidays? Because if they say yes, you say, awesome, I've got something you've got to see. And it's that easy to start a conversation, read through these slides, jump on a webinar just like you have today, or you can press play on a video. If needed, get questions answered by a team member. We help you enroll new members, earn cash, and earn holidays, and then teach others to do the same. And it's that simple. Now, we get paid in so many ways. I'm not going to run through all of those with you, but we get paid in US dollars. You can earn anything from $12 to millions of dollars whilst you enjoy an incredible lifestyle, having holidays and making memories with your family. So first level we love to help anyone who joins the business get to is what we call a senior rep, and that's $600 US a month. Now, let me ask you, would $600 a month, just by investing a couple of hours a week, would that make a difference to you financially? $600 a month for most people would be a car repayment, or, Christmas, holidays, so many things that just a small amount could make a huge difference. Or what about the other end of the spectrum? Do you want complete financial freedom? Do you want to fire your boss, set up your family for future generations, and have complete financial freedom and earn $150,000 a month? That would be pretty cool, right? That changes lives. So as you can see there, our lowest paid rep earned $12. Our highest paid rep earned well over $1 million just sharing this concept with others. I do have to share for compliance purposes, there are no guarantees regarding income. The success or failure of each rep, like any real business, depends on your skills and your personal effort. But if you're coachable, if you follow our system, you plug into training, you link arms with us, and you go share this with people, then anything is possible. So to wrap up, before I get Daniel to share from a business perspective how this has changed his life, why World Ventures? Well, travel is the largest industry in the world. Look at it there compared to coffee and nutrition. It is massive. So bigger than food, oil, and health and pharmaceuticals all combined, which are the next three biggest industries. The timing of the launch, you are one of the first people to see this. This is brand new. And we are just about to hit momentum with this company. So such incredible timing that you're seeing this right now. Amazing team support. Our leaders just love to be able to support and pour into us. So many exciting new products. I've only touched on our rewards program today. When you see that in full, that is just going to completely blow your mind. And remember, people buy what they want, not what they need. And everybody loves holidays. So we have more potential market share than any other industry or company. And out of everyone that you know, how many would love to be on a holiday right now? It's everyone, right? So why now? Well, this is just about to take off. This is brand new in Australia. We're about to launch in Philippines, Thailand, China, like Indonesia, so many new countries that are about to launch. And you can be a part of this first, which means potentially all of the people from all those countries could be part of your team and your business. Absolutely amazing. And guys, we only have one life and time's ticking. And I think we always think that we've got plenty of time. And time is the one thing that once it's gone forever. Your kids are growing up. You are getting older. You know, it's time to wake up and go, what is it that I want to do with my life? Because we just get sucked into the system of working harder and harder and harder and not getting ahead. So this concept, you can't unsee this now. This concept is changing lives all over the world, and it could change your life too. All you got to do is say yes. So on that note, I am actually going to hand over now to Danielle Bissica. Danielle is one of the top leaders in business.
I think that's
Danielle, basically, what's the
sorry,
guys?
I think some of that has to do with
there we go. Cool. So Danielle and Danielle have built a massive business, and when you hear in a sec his story, he's going to touch your heartstrings. So get the tissues ready, because this has totally changed his life, and he is an incredible leader who's now helping others to get their lives back on track as well. So Danielle, over to you, honey.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kylie. Absolutely amazing presentation, and you're so true, guys. If you can just invite somebody to get in front of the computer to check out this information, it's absolutely a no-brainer. Danielle and I saw this concept about 3.5 years ago, and when you say before, Kylie, that it's changed our lives, it's changed our lives in an absolutely massive way. You know, when I was doing my fly-in, fly-out work in Western Australia, and our roster was a 4-week on roster, 1 week off. And you know, when you've got a family and you miss them and you're working away, you kind of ask yourself, you know, I was in massive debt. So you know, being over $100,000 in debt, having mortgage, car payments, and all that stuff that comes along with it. When my friend shared this with me, I was just like, man, if this thing is true, let's go. Let's absolutely do it. It was something that I could do hand in hand with what I was already doing, and been able to build it to be able to get out of that. And over the last 3.5 years, it's been able to get me out of that fly-in, fly-out work that now I get to obviously spend my time with Danielle and the family. Because when I was away working and I missed my daughter, when an Australian gold medal at swimming, break an Australian record, and I was away working and I missed it, it absolutely broke my heart, and I knew I had to do something different. And so I still thank him today for sharing this information with me now, because to have the amount of passive residual income that we get, that covers all of our bills, covers all of our travel, and gives us the time freedom to be able to go to the kids' sports days, go to the parent-teacher nights, to be able to spend that quality time with the people that we love, has profoundly changed our lives. But it's not just our lives that we're helping and impacting. We're helping and inspiring other people as well to live their dream life, to be able to take that holiday that they might not have been able to afford, to be able to help some people be able to pay off some of their credit card debts and get some time freedom with their family. Holy moly, this thing is real. It's going fast. So, guys, jump on board, have some fun doing it as well. It is a fun business, but man, there's people that are earning ridiculous amounts of money by just sharing this concept with people and getting their time back, getting their life back, and also getting their health back. So we are so blessed to be part of this, and thank you very much, World Ventures.
Oh, I've got goosebumps, and I was tearing up when you were sharing. I love it when you share your story, and I've seen the difference that it's made in your life. I've seen you, go from stressed and kind of edgy to now just this fun, gorgeous person that everyone wants to hang out with, and seeing you two so in love and connected and making those incredible memories with your children. I got goosebumps. Like, that's what life is all about. So thank you so much for sharing, guys. I really appreciate you. And I'm just going to head back. We've got just a slide here to wrap up, and that is, you are only one decision away from a completely different life. You can have this, whatever your version of that pain or struggle or stress is, or you can come play with us on the beaches of the world, have fun, complete freedom, and total fulfillment, being able to make a difference in your life, to your family's life, and sharing this concept with others. So you will either be an A, a B, or a C. All answers are totally great. All we ask is that you get straight back to the person who invited you, because we're all about adding value to relationships and having better relationships. We don't want any weirdness between friends. So if you love the holidays, welcome to our amazing club. We can't wait to help you book your first dream trip and get on an incredible holiday. So just let your friend know, hey, I'm an A, I want to join the holidays. If you're a B, you love the holidays, but you love the business. You want to get paid to play. So if you're a B, get back to the person who invited you and say, lock in that next best spot on the team for me now, because timing and placement is critical. When you join, you lock in that next best spot, and anyone who joins after you go on your team. Danielle and Danielle and myself and all the leaders in our team, we are committed to showing this to every single person in Australia and New Zealand. We've got 30 million people to share this with, and we're sharing this fast because we all want to hit the top rank of this company. So if you don't invite your family and friends to see this, then there's a good chance that us or someone on our team is going to invite them anyway. So you may as well get in first and have them be part of your team. And if you are looking at the business, then definitely join as a platinum member, because once you've joined your 4 members, you waive your fees. You may as well have 1,200 points of holidays a year rather than the 600. And you'll grow your business twice as fast, because one platinum is equivalent to 2 gold. And I call it working smarter, not harder. You'll grow your business twice as fast, make more money with half the amount of people on your team. And if you're a C, hey, it's just not for you, and that's totally great too. We have shown you what we're up to now, so if in the future you change your mind, you want to have fun, you want to come join the fun side of the island, have some holidays, or make some money, please come back to the person who shared this with you first. And even if it's not for you, it may be for someone you know. Everybody knows someone who loves holidays. Everyone knows someone who's looking for an opportunity to get ahead financially, or just make a few extra dollars, or complete financial freedom. So please refer those people, only the happy, positive ones, not the negative Nellies, to your friend who shared this with you. So thank you everybody for jumping online with us today. It's been our honor and pleasure to share this with you. We look forward to welcoming you to the team, but more importantly, we look forward to helping you create a life you absolutely love and live life now. Thanks everyone. Bye.